right now, and this is our first and exciting webinar that we're doing with Muscle MX product training that we're going to do for a lot of our retail and all our customers. This is going to be a series of ones, and these will be posted on YouTube. So if anybody wants to refer back to them after this presentation, we're going to post it up, and we're going to be doing a series of continuing education product training in the next few months. So we are excited to have everyone aboard and excited to talk about Muscle MX and our product lineup that we have for this year. I'm Michael Baghoomian. I'm one of the co-founders.
And I'm Cami Day, and I'm the other co-founder.
You'll know Cami a lot because she's going to be handling, she does all the fulfillment, production, everything that goes into these products. So you probably have direct communication if you're a customer or going to be in the future. She's the person that handles everything. She is the heart and soul of the back end over there, and she helps you out, and along with your sales rep that's going to be handling your account also. So let's go further ado. Our goal of this presentation is to talk a little bit about Muscle MX. We won't spend a lot of time, and then we're going to go straight into discussing each one of our products. Then at the end, we'll talk about some exciting things we have coming up here for the rest of 2020. And then we'll take a lot of questions. We have a lot of pre-sent questions that people have sent in via email. And then also, if you want, you can type in or in the chat any of the questions you may have. We've muted everybody, so there's no distractions or anything like dogs barking or kids crying or anything like that you've seen on other Zooms. But so feel free to ask any question and we'll get to them. We'll reserve about 5 minutes at the end for anything that we can answer. We want to make this very quick and simple and straightforward. So it's going to be about 20 minutes in length. Okay. So let's start with who we are. Muscle MX, founded in 2015. And we've been going strong ever since. We started with our flagship products that Cami's going to cover with Activate and Recovery. We built this company up, and we're excited. We're in over 2,000 retail locations right now. The goal of Muscle MX is three things. We want retailers to trust our name, trust Muscle MX. If you're a partner with us, we consider every one of our retail that we're in partnership with. We want to make sure that when you carry our products, it comes with trust, it comes with quality. We make sure that every one of these products has quality manufacturing, ingredients, and the care that goes into design. These are all unique products that you see. And when Cami goes over them, and if you have any questions about each one of the products, feel free to do it. And another thing is value. Would you agree that we want to provide products that every one of your customers that comes into your store or retail location, when they buy this product, any one of them, they know that they're getting great value and a strong product. And that's from all of our team to your retail location. We want to make that promise to you, right? And again, any questions you have, feel free to ask your sales representative, or you can also reach out to info@musclemx.com. And also, we also have a Drift chat on our online. If you come to our website, you can ask us any questions on Drift. And I think we answer even crazy hours. I think I've answered a Drift conversation at 3 a.m. I've been up, yeah. So feel free to ask us then, and we get right to you. Our response time is fairly quick. So let's start into it, Cami. Let's get into our flagship products,
Sure.
Activate and Recovery.
I think the biggest question we get is, what is the difference between Activate and Recovery, the two balms? And I think it's fairly simple, but it really is a personal preference. And I think that it all just comes down to where you're applying it on your body. They work great as a pair, and I always suggest, getting both of them because they work on different areas of the body in different reasons, and we can explain that. Activate is one of my favorites because it is going to be more of a preventative care. I think we're so used to pushing our bodies, in the sports industry, pushing our bodies to the limit and then trying to recover from that. Well, we've really tackled the preventative care of taking care of your body and utilizing the caffeine oil, the special caffeine oil that we make to really stimulate the blood flow, get your blood pumping in that area to really, help you feel good and just move on throughout your day, whether it's just getting off the couch for that day or really pushing yourself in your exercise. So Activate is more of a heating component. So it really heats up with your body in motion. It has a camphor oil. So the camphor, as you get moving, it really starts to activate with that caffeine oil and the other quality essential oils. It's just that feel-good product that helps you keep moving throughout your day in a good way. It's really designed to provide short but also long-term pain relief. And again, the balms are so great with the no mess application that you can apply it anytime without getting your hands mucky. And so it's just a really easy to use product. What am I missing on the Activate?
No, I agree with you. So Activate is, so when you do it along with recovery, it's a great two-step process that we sell. Now, one of the things that, do you have to be active lifestyle to actually use our products?
No, and I think that's what we're learning. I mean, we learn all the time, you know, where people are applying these products, whether it's the bottoms of your feet, or maybe you have, you know, tendinitis or arthritis in the hands. I think it's all personal preference. We hear one product works best for one person when the other one works best for another. So it's really hard to say what product is right for you. I think it's all, you know, it's trial and error. And I really don't think you get much error in our products. I think you just find a new purpose for it. I am big into exercise. So for me, I think this one is really, it speaks to me because it really pushes me to do more throughout my day. So I tend to not go towards my recovery as much because I've prevented my soreness in the first place. So from a physical standpoint, I think that's kind of the beauty of Activate.
Okay.
But again, I think also we have a lot of, you know, and the heating component too. I think, you know, whether it's the bottom, you know, the lower back or the bottoms of your feet, you know, you really, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself on what works best for you. Let's see, we've got the peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil. We've got the camphor oil, the caffeine oil, along with a couple other carrier oils that just really make this a really unique product. We also make our own arnica oil, which is another part of the product that is just really special to us. It just gives it that much more of the pain relief that we can offer. So that is pretty much it with Activate. I think I've covered most everything on Activate.
Good.
So let's get to the recovery. And again, I think this is probably the fan favorite. I think it is definitely it's I think catered more towards the chronic pain. But also just providing that really quality relief, right? The coolness that recovery has to offer, plus the double arnica. So we actually put double the arnica oil in the recovery than we do the Activate, and that just gives it a little bit more of a punch. And again, I think the coolness, it's like that personal preference, whether you like that coolness on the lower of your back, or maybe you like it on your shin splints. And again, I think this is the recovery is, you know, what the fan favorite, like I said, but I think it's because it really works fast. I mean, it is fast acting. You apply it and within minutes you feel that relief, and you can apply as often as you need throughout the day. I think they work for a good amount of time. I think, you know, when people say, how long do they last? Well, you know, they last as long as you're putting it on. So you can feel it active for a good hour to 2 hours. And even after you shower, sometimes when you're, you know, when you open up your pores again, you can feel it. So it's really apply as often as you need. And I like to alternate between the two. So if I have an injury, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to put my Activate on. And then when I reapply, I'm going to go and put my recovery on. So it's just really kind of figuring out what works for you. Recovery, we get a lot of feedback on how it helps so much with migraines. Whether you're using one of our little miniature guys and you can put it right on your temples. We've had people tell us that they've used it on their jaw for toothaches. So it's just, I mean, the sky is the limit when it comes to the balms. Also with that cold season coming up, I think this is a great way to, you know, when you're battling those chest colds, putting it on your lymph nodes, on your chest. I mean, what a great way to recover, right? In the bottoms of your feet. So
let's cover a couple things that I think a lot of retailers will have questions on. And so each one of these contains 350 milligrams of CBD, right?
Yes.
And each one of them, we use broad spectrum.
Yes, a broad spectrum distillate oil.
Now, why don't we use a full spectrum?
Well, we want to be able to cater to everyone, and the full spectrum oil has, up to a percentage of THC. So, we wanted to stay clear from that, and we believe and we know that they work just as great with the broad spectrum oils. And it's a safe way to go. So if you're concerned about, maybe testing for a drug test or having that THC in your system, you are free and clear with our topicals.
That's a good thing. A lot of retailers ask that question, and we do have all our COAs are on our website for our products too.
Yes.
So each one is specifically barcoded or we have that QR code in the back so they can scan them, and if the customers can scan them using a phone, it goes right to our website. In fact, we're going to talk about our new website that we're going to have every one of our new COAs online, and we're going to have them specially designed. So it's going to have history of the product, all the ingredients that are being used in it. So there's going to be no questions asked. So any retailer can go online and get all the information from seed to all the shelf of all those products. Okay. So Activate and Recovery. Do you recommend? A lot of retailers can sell these in a bundle, can't they? Because it's like a two-step process. We design it so they can use it as a cooling, as a heating, and then as a cooling. Like I always recommend when people ask me if I have pain and if I'm active lifestyle, or even if I'm not active, I always use this in the morning. Like if I have stiffness in my back, I use it, and then during the day I always say use Recovery, and at night.
Yeah.
But some people use them reverse, so it just all depends on peripheral preference.
It does, and I get feedback from kids that are using our products, and sometimes they gravitate more towards the Activate because of the heating benefits versus the cooling. Sometimes the cooling can be a little much for some, so I think it's just, again, personal preference and trying them both, and that's why we do like to offer our pod samples so you can offer your customers a trial, because we've grown this business on here, try this. So you've got to kind of try it for yourself to believe it. And I think when you try it, you really start to understand how well this product can work.
And what sizes do they come in?
So we have our deodorant stick size, which is a 2.5 ounce. And then we also have our mini, is what we like to call it. And it's a 0.5 ounce. So just a nice travel version that you can have in your purse, but also nice for those little, smaller areas that you're trying to touch, whether it's, arthritic hands. But they travel nicely. So I think the minis are a great tool and a great gift to for people to buy for each other.
So another few things. How long do they act pretty fast? I mean, I think a lot of our customers say it. I mean, these are almost instantaneous.
Instant. Right? I like to call our topicals are instant gratification. I mean, you apply it and within minutes you feel that relief. And I think that's the beauty of it. We're all, sometimes I think we want that magic product that's going to take away all of our pains. And I feel like this is kind of getting, it's not going to take away that pain, but it's definitely going to offer a lot of relief. And I think that's, that's a great thing that we have.
And they last about 2 to 3 hours per application. I think that's a lot of things that we get. Is the cool thing about that, what works with our bombs is that any of the over-the-counter topicals that you see, like a BioFreeze or a Tiger Balm or anything like that, these last quite a while, right?
They do last a while. I mean, if you you would be using this in, every day, a couple times a day, you're going to get a good month, 2 months out of it, if not more. Okay. And I think, the easy application where you don't necessarily have to touch it and you can apply it at anywhere. It helps you reach those harder to reach areas by utilizing the stick. So, I mean, I think these belong in everyone's medicine cabinet, and I hope that one day that they will, because I think that they do a lot of things.
And another great benefit is they smell great, right? I mean, you don't smell medicine, you don't smell a little earthy maybe, or a little hempy, right? I mean, we've designed these so if I'm going to work, I'm applying it on, or if I'm at the gym, nobody's going to say, wow, where's that odor coming from?
They actually say, wow, that smells great. What are you wearing? So I think that's another great quality that we have. It's not medicinal. It's not, it smells fresh, and it's, full of essential oils. And so it's, it's soothing, and it's, you can apply it at night and your partner's not going to be, plugging their nose all night. So
what is also great about these is the all natural benefits, because we don't use anything artificial or anything that we would consider that we would want to put on our body, right? We designed these that would be simple. We only have 10 ingredients in them, but we've designed it in such a way that it's natural and it's simple. And I think that's what a lot of our retailers love about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the only thing that's not natural is maybe the label in the container. So,
probably.
All right. Well, I think we covered Activate and Recovery quite a bit. So let's get into our next one.
Yeah. So our next fan favorite is our Restore lotion. And this is, such a great lotion. I mean, there are so many benefits to this. And I think the three best ways to, I guess, describe our lotion is it offers great hydration. It offers protection with the silver salt technology, and it also offers some pain relief, some relief from that pain and inflammation.
And now this one has how many milligrams of CBD?
So the lotion is a 500 milligram, comes with 500 milligrams CBD in a 3.4 ounce tube. And
broad spectrum,
and
right?
broad spectrum as well. So there's no THC, and we use a nice high quality distillate oil. And again, what I love about the lotion is our balms, you know, they can have more of an oily, which dissipates quickly into your skin. But the lotion offers more of a dry relief. So when you're moisturizing, you know, say you have arthritic hands, or maybe you have a lot of pain in your neck, the lotion is a great way to get that strong pain relief, but also offers more of a dry finish. So you're not having, you know, oily hands or having to deal with that. It actually is so hydrating, but also leaves it kind of that dry finish. I think I've said that a couple times, but I think it's one of the most unique lotions on the market when it comes to a CBD product. And that's because we do infuse it with the silver salt technology, which offers antimicrobial benefits.
Why is that so important right now, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all washing our hands. We want to protect ourselves. So, you know, using this as your daily lotion is just, it's a must have. And I think that, you know, when you're talking about skin healing, you know, if you have some sort of, you know, bug bites, mosquito bites, you know, rashes, anything like that, when it comes to healing your actual skin, I think this is the go-to product. My daughter was just complaining about mosquito bites the other night, and, you know, lo and behold, Restore came to the rescue, and minutes later it was like they never existed. So it's a great way to, you know, to offer, I guess, protection and, you know,
yeah, it acts like a barrier, right?
It does. It acts like a barrier.
Because in today's everything that's going on right now, you know, bacterial protection is vitally important right now, right? But it also, I think, is with daily activity, right? Because a lot of people will use these in isolated areas. And this is the thing that we get a lot of our customers talk about. I use the lotion for arthritic hands, neck, shoulder, isolated, but it's very powerful, right? The topicals, the balms, are great for larger body areas, like your back, your legs, your hamstrings, your feet. Those are the things that, and that's why they work great in combination. We didn't want to overlap when we create these products, right? We want to make sure that we had certain areas covered.
Yeah, absolutely. And really what we did with our Restore is we combined, you know, the beautiful ingredients that we have with Activate and Recovery, and we combined them into one solid, really strong lotion. So I think we
kind of your go-to, but hydrochloric acid, what is that? What's the benefit of that one? Because we put that in there too, right?
Right. I mean, I think that's more of a skin plumper. It's healthy for your skin, right? It's going to offer the benefits of, you know, keeping your skin healthy and young and vibrant. So that's where that ingredient comes in.
I don't think any other CBD company has that. I mean, with all the companies that we research, still nobody beats that Restore in terms of quality, what it does, the 3-in-1 application.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, all these products, these 3 topicals, they are heat sensitive. And so we want to make sure, you know, that we're not that, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but leaving them in your hot car, you know, it's probably not a good idea. So they belong, you know, in your bag, or kind of coming and going in your bags from your car. But
we can address that in our Q&A
absolutely.
too. Okay. So we've covered a lot of our CBD products. We have 2 new ones that we just launched too, right?
Yeah.
You want to cover those? So we got our non-CBD product line.
Yes.
So what's the difference between these new white ones that we just launched?
The only difference is that we have removed that CBD entirely. So.
And why would we do that? We're a CBD company.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that are still very hesitant, or I guess uneducated on the benefits of CBD, or for instance, maybe, you know, we're focused more on the children. If we have, you know, children, you know, that are doing sports and really pushing themselves. I mean, what a great alternative versus taking some Tylenol or Advil or any ibuprofen. This is just a really fast acting relief, you know, for those sports teams, or even, you know, even those that are still a little hesitant on trying CBD, maybe with their job. I mean, it is still a great product. And I think that's kind of, you know, I think it's another thing you got to try for yourself and compare. When you're treating pain, you know, obviously we're gonna be pushing our CBD. You're gonna get the best the best bang for your buck. But our non-CBDs are just as potent, fast acting, long lasting. They come in the white container. So these are a great addition to the line to offer to everyone.
I think the value also is probably half the cost.
Yeah,
right?
it is actually half the cost of a stick.
Okay.
So
well, let's cover some of the costs on these, because I think that's important for retailers too. We want these to be on the shelves, but we want you guys to make money, and we want you guys to know that although the value is in the products that I believe we're a value price. But let's cover these. How much are the sticks?
So the sticks come in at $39.99,
Okay.
and then our lotion is $44.99.
And then our minis.
And then the minis retail, I believe, at $15. Correct?
Yeah.
So.
And if you look at them in terms of compared to other CBD products out there, we're fairly reasonably priced.
Yes.
And we provide the value, long lasting, fast acting, great application, right?
Absolutely.
The other thing I think a lot of people is the boldness of the brand of these topicals, right?
Yeah.
They sit on the shelves. You got the blacks, you got the Muscle MX. And I think they really stand out in a sea of other products, Me Too products out there, and with CBD lines. I think people recognize them. When they come in the store, they see the Muscle MX look and feel. They know exactly what to grab after they've used them before or tried them out. Right?
Yeah, they look powerful and they are powerful. So I think the branding speaks for itself. And I think we don't need to be afraid of the blackness that it has to offer. I think that's kind of, we were wanting to come in with a bang and show that we have really strong, powerful products.
And we'll cover that in here in a second too. So let's get into our tinctures. So everybody has a tincture. A lot of CBD stores or CBD companies have tinctures, and that's fine. We designed these because we want to make sure that it didn't taste like.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted them to taste great and have the natural ingredients, no extra additives, good quality CBD. So our two new tinctures, which
you want to go over those?
Well, let's wait for those for a minute.
Okay,
let's review.
We're excited about those, so I know you want to get into them. So let's start with the ones that we kind of released last year. So that is our 500 and 1,000 milligram tinctures, right?
Yep, and they come in 3 flavors. We have berry, natural, and coffee.
Yep.
And
now, big question on this one is we get a lot: full spectrum or broad spectrum or isolate?
Yes, we don't use isolate in our products because we really want to use that high quality CBD, and I think that's important for us. And hopefully for you too, and knowing what CBD you're choosing is very important. Hopefully we can tap on that a little bit here. But our CBD drops, they are a full spectrum oil. So they actually do have traces of THC. So we would not recommend those to somebody that, is in the military or is getting drug tested, because you could test positive, even though it is such a small amount.
Now, why would you use, so we have the 3 flavors. I love coffee. I'm biased to coffee because
I love the natural.
Yeah. So, but why use our tinctures as opposed to anybody else? I mean, is there anything special about them, or is it that we've designed them to taste great? They're all natural.
I think all of the above. They are all natural. They're good, high quality products. The flavors that we did choose, they're pretty top notch. So I think that there's something for everyone. They don't taste hempy or like hay like some can. I think that especially the natural. I think the natural has a really nice flavor. We use an MCT oil as our carrier oil, and
all natural flavors.
And then all natural flavors. So very simple, just nice to balance that body. I mean, just to get you in check. We discussed how the topicals are very instant gratification, but I think we always have to remind our customers that when you're dealing with a tincture, it is not always the case. And it's not going to be instant gratification for everyone, although it can be for some. And every body is different, like we discussed. And I think that it's all a matter of kind of finding what works for you. And so a tincture is something that you really have to promote continued use. So buying a bottle and using it for 30 days, at that 30-day mark, you're probably going to start noticing the real benefits. You may notice something in the beginning, but consistency is key when you're using a tincture.
Exactly.
So getting on a regimen, sticking with it for a couple months, and then it really starts to work with your body and what your body needs. And I think we're really quick to kind of give up on that. So consistency is key.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people when they start off are, what kind of dosing do I do? Like, right, if I'm a male, female, if I'm large, if I'm tall, I'm small, anything like that, I believe, and I think you do too, and everybody else is, you start, and as a retailer, you should always recommend like, hey, start off with a smaller dose. You buy a bottle, maybe you start off with a 500, and we sell them in 500 and 1,000 milligram, right? So you start off a smaller dose, and maybe at 60 milligrams, and you see how it affects. And you do it day to day, and then as you can also start to increase your dosage, right? And you go up to that 33 milligrams. So at a 500 milligram bottle, one dropper full is 17 milligrams of CBD. And then once you go up to 1,000 milligrams, each dropper full is 33. Now, beyond that, you know, you might, for some of your customers that have severe case of pain or anxiety, people have known to take 30, 40, 50 milligrams. Again, as a company, we don't advocate for a certain dosage, right? That's not up to us. That's up to your customers to kind of start utilizing it. We create the strengths, and that'll come into our new tinctures too. But people start to experiment once they get to, and what do people use the tinctures for primarily?
Right.
Full body pain, anxiety, sleep, more overall calmness, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where the benefits of these products come into effect.
And really, when you're starting drops or tinctures, less is more. And I think that it can be wasteful if you try to think that you want to go at it with a bang. I think well, I know your body really accepts what it wants to accept, and sometimes it needs to kind of bring that in slowly. So it can be wasteful if you go too high too fast. And so I think starting with the 500 milligram is perfectly okay. Even if you're doing a full dropper once or twice a day, I like to recommend when I brush my teeth. If I'm doing a half a dropper when I brush my teeth twice a day, I don't forget. And then that keeps me consistent. But again, whether you're doing a half a dropper or a full dropper or, maybe 3 times a day, it's all up to what you are focusing on for yourself.
Do these make you drowsy? And like some people have asked, like if I take it at work and all that, do I feel drowsy or anything like that? Or feel like I want to take a nap during the day?
I feel like it's the opposite. I think that it kind of balance. You may feel more mellow, but you're balancing your body to just take on more throughout the day with that less stress.
Okay. So, but most important thing I think a lot of people ask is, these are full spectrum. Mm-hmm. Why not go broad spectrum? But with a full spectrum, and we can go more of the details, and probably future videos we'll talk about the difference between isolate, broad spectrum, and full spectrum. But for brevity's sakes, full spectrum, you get the full cannabinoids, you got the terpenes and all that give it that robust effect, right? Yes.
Full is always better. I mean, if we could all go full spectrum, we would, or even add a little bit more THC. But we are, it is what it is. Yeah.
So, okay. Now, the two new ones that we just released online and it's available for retailers now is Immune and Relax. So let's start with Immune first. Why did we design that?
So Immune offers, it's kind of like a vitamin dosage in a bottle along with your CBD. We have, it's crucial against those harmful invaders that we are all experiencing right now. So just make sure I tap on everything. But with vitamin C, the B vitamins, the zinc, it's a great daily vitamin along with your along with your CBD.
So it helps build a defense for immunity. So in today's days, it's absolutely important. Yep. We don't want to advocate that this is going to end all be all. You take this and you're never going to get sick, but it does provide extra defense benefit for our immune system. And we designed it for that, right? It also has elderberry too, zinc, B12s, and C vitamins, right?
Yes.
Along with CBD.
Yes.
Okay. So exciting about that.
Tastes great too. The tropical flavor. It's kind of like it's like a pineapple orange in a way, but it's so great. You do have to shake well. It does have more of a creamy result to it.
That's the vitamin C that gives it. Okay. Yeah. So when people open it up and see the whiteness of it, they're not afraid of it. It doesn't look.
Just shake well and use. But I mean, it's got a great taste.
And we tested these out for how many months? About 6 months before we did this, right?
Good quality stuff here.
Yeah. So now Relax. I love this stuff.
So Relax is our new favorite around here because I think everyone's a little uptight these days. So with the CBD, the CBN, and the ashwagandha, whether you're having trouble sleeping at night or just maybe your anxiety is through the roof, I think it's just it's a great daily product as well if you are struggling with those types of issues.
Now these kids because kids are going back to school with Immune and Relax. Sometimes kids have anxiety with first days of school and all that, or try to get the kids to bed early, right? I've been giving it to my son and daughter, and
It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. The more calm, relaxed sleep, they wake up in a better mood, right?
Yep.
Before they get ready to school. Now, 1,000 milligrams. How many milligrams of CBD is in that? 750?
750 milligrams of CBD in a bottle, and then the remaining is the ashwagandha.
No, and
I'm
also
sorry,
CBN.
CBN.
Yep.
Sorry.
So it's a 3-to-1 ratio,
Yes.
right? And CBN, what's the most important benefit of CBN? It's more of a relaxing cannabinoid, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we designed that to have a good balance in there, and the ashwagandha is becoming a very well-known ingredient, an all-natural ingredient that helps with more relaxation, stress, and that.
Yes, you really want to stay away from melatonin, because melatonin, and that's something that we did not want to put in our relax, because that can be very addicting. And I think that it's just,
Your sleep levels aren't.
Yeah,
we found out that research that sleep levels aren't as great.
Help you get to sleep.
Yeah.
But eventually it kind of starts to backfire on you. So
because you have to increase the levels.
Absolutely.
Right? And then more and more you have to take, and then. But a lot of CBD companies design it with melatonin as a sleep aid.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do that. We want to be a relax, and then you fall asleep. Or I'm sitting at my desk, stressful day, I take that, and then about 10, 20 minutes later, I do feel that. I mean, sometimes you don't notice it though. That's the great thing about it, right?
Right.
Is all of a sudden, and that's not the thing like our topicals, you feel that instant pain relief. With these, you feel it, and then you think about it like, my gosh, it worked. I mean, so that's kind of the benefits of that.
And I don't know if we covered this already, but we are using a broad spectrum oil in our 2
Yes,
tinctures.
that's important.
So there is 0 THC.
We want to make sure everybody was buying these because the importance level of it in today's days, but we designed it so because people were saying, hey, I love your products, but sometimes I'm too afraid of drug tests. Especially with an ingestible. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So good, exciting stuff. The flavor on Relax is also a favorite of mine. It's the caramel, and it tastes, it's not as sweet as candy, because some people don't like that sugary, but it is very mellow. It's very good tasting. So if you were giving it to your children, they would take it no problem.
Okay. So I believe we've covered enough in detail, right? I mean, I think anything else you have in mind, but I think you did an awesome job in terms of presenting to it. There's probably a lot of retailers, probably people out there that have questions. They email us questions. So why don't we get to it? And we're going to have somebody in the off voice read the chat.
I think we're good.
We're good on questions?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we've covered it all.
Let's go over some ones that people emailed before. Okay.
Sure.
So I think this is very important on the retail side. All right. So how do you order? If I'm a retailer, I'm sitting out there, I'm excited, let's get going. How am I going to order?
Well, we want to make it easy for you. And so there's a couple ways you can order. You can always email your orders to order@musclemx.com, but you also will have a sales rep assigned to you. And so getting in touch with your sales rep and knowing their contact information, then that's the best way to get exactly what you need. But yes, you can call our office at any time, and we can forward you to the appropriate person.
Now, you can also go online to our wholesale section. It's going to be on our new website that we'll talk about here in a second, but you can go on there, put in your wholesale request, right?
Yes.
And basically all you need is a EIN number or federal ID, and you're ready to go as long as you're a business. And again, your salespeople, we have 4 or 5 salespeople that cover different areas. If you're a natural food store, if you're a physical therapist or a sports store, you want to carry it, you have a particular one assigned to you. Okay. So are there any minimums to ordering? Do we have like $1,000 minimum or anything like that?
No, I think you get to decide on how much you want to spend, but we do offer free shipping with orders over 200.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, but I think you realize quickly on up in your, I guess, your orders to I guess, handle your clients that are coming in, right? Or whatever the store may be.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we do say, $200 minimum with that free shipping, but you can put one on your shelf. But you know what? All our retailers, and you can ask your salespeople about this, the reorder rate is fairly high on this. We get a lot of repeat customers coming in, and we're actually in one of the top percentage in the country on scans, especially with our topicals, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The new SPINS report that came out, we've been talking with a lot of retailers, and we get a lot of scans and a lot of purchases right now.
Yeah.
So
our sticks come in sleeves of 6. I think that's the best way to order them, but you can also order them individually. The sleeve just kind of helps them stay intact on your shelf and help them stay standing in a nice order. And I think that's a great thing
Let me
too.
go cover a little touchy subject here. When it comes to claims and all that, we don't advocate any claims. You won't see on our website. We can't say pain and inflammation. But a lot of people do ask, what kind of pains on the topicals does our products cover? From head to toe, a lot of them that is related to muscle, joint, and tendons, right? Structural stuff, we always get like a herniated back or a neck or all that. We can't help anything like that, right?
Well,
I mean, it's not a miracle product. We wish it was, but it's not.
going to definitely offer relief, and sometimes that's all you need. It's just that relief to get on with your day. And so I can guarantee that it's going to offer that. Is it going to fix your problems? It probably not, unless it's with continued use. If it's a structural problem, that's different. But these definitely offer relief, and I love the stories that come in that people saying that they've used it on, it's the best they've ever tried. So,
where can I see those? We have a lot of online reviews.
Yeah,
right,
a lot of online
site.
reviews that you can glance through them, and I think it helps tell the story themselves.
Yeah. So now let's go into. There's a question that came in. What's the MX stand for, right? So that's a good historical question about our product, and it was one of those things that when we were kind of coming up with the name, it doesn't stand for marijuana mix or anything like that. But I thought it was muscle mix when we first started, and that's how we kind of created the brand. It was a muscle mix topical when we started off, and then the muscle MX stood.
And also kind of tapping off of like the prescription strength, right? Like muscle prescription strength. So really, it was just a strong name that stood out. We liked the way it sounded. I think people get it confused. It's easy to think you see an I in the middle of there. And we get called muscle mix all the time, and that's fine, but it is muscle MX, and it really just stands for.
And we didn't want to put CBD in our name because we wanted to have a brand that stood up, and a lot of retailers appreciate that too, is there isn't CBD or any type of cannabis related naming to the product. Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to steer clear of that.
Yeah, COAs. I think that's another big thing is certificates of analysis, and that is done for every one of our products and how often we test. For we're looking to provide testing every quarter on our products. So we test for metals, pesticides, solvents, any other chemicals. We provide for also potency and THC, right? So you can go online and see any of the products in terms of how much potency there is. If we're under or over, we always try to be a little bit over, provide a little bit extra value in terms of CBD, THC content level, right? And then if there's anything that we source our CBD from a high quality CBD provider. We know exactly where our CBD comes from in terms of where it's farmed into where the oil processing, but then we know the traceability about what contaminants, if there's any, it's in our product. So we test that. We want to make sure we provide clean products to all our retailers and our customers, right? Okay.
Yeah, and I think another thing we probably need to tap on is the shelf life. They are natural products, but we put a 2-year shelf life on our products, and so I think that's and we have products from the very beginning that are still very great. So I think the shelf life goes much longer than that 2 years, but
retailers never have to worry about it because our products fly off the shelf, right? So you're never gonna have to worry about that. Okay, so couple new things that we want to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up here, right? So gummies. People are wondering, when are we coming out with gummies? When are we doing it?
A couple weeks. Yeah. We're about there, so that's exciting.
Exciting because these are going to be vegan, all natural gummies, natural flavoring. I think we're starting off with the strawberry, but the cool thing about it is going to be 25 milligrams for each gummy. It's going to come in a container with 30 pieces in it.
Yep.
And also we're adding the ashwagandha in it too, because we feel that is an important ingredient that works well with CBD.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So these are going to be great for taking it during the day. Some people might not like putting a tincture underneath their tongue and doing it. So the gummy is a great alternative. Right? And gummies, in fact, all over the natural health and wellness market is becoming a new alternative to taking medication and supplements, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
New sticks. I heard a rumor. Well, I'm starting it right now. So we're having we're coming out with, I call it the super stick, right? We're not going to reveal how much CBD is going to be in it, but we're coming out with 2 new products, right?
Yep. I think everyone always wants more.
Yeah.
So we're creating, you know, the same topical again, but just really bumping up that CBD. So it's just that really super stick.
Yeah, I call it
For
super
those
stick.
in chronic pain.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about how many milligrams of CBD is going to be in it, but it's going to be a little bit higher price, right? For those people that have severe chronic pains, that we're going to add more CBD to it, right? And we're going to be selling those online and available for our retailers. Okay. And then anything else, we got a new website coming up, right? So I'm excited about the new release. We've been working on it for quite a while. It's going to provide more information, education. We're also doing some more video training, some cool stuff, calling what I call MX TV. And that's going to be rolling out probably in October, November. We shot 2 new commercials so retailers can look at them and send it out to their potential customers or anything like that.
Yep,
right?
You can check it out on our new YouTube channel.
Yeah. So, and then the website and all the new information for retailers and all that. So,
okay.
Well, I hope we covered quite a bit of information. I know there's quite a bit that we went over. Again, you can reach out to us at info@musclemx.com to get more questions, or you can get us on chat. We'll be more than happy to answer anything or ask your salespeople. So I really appreciate Camry. Thank you so much. You did an awesome job presenting, and I appreciate everybody that joined us. We want to let you know that we love all our customers, all our retail partners. Anything that we can do to support you, you just let us know. So my name is Mike. You're Cammy. We're going to sign off, and we're going to be doing more of these, but this will go directly onto YouTube right after this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.